Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, damsels and dingbats, to another Chit Chat video. Let me, let me set our timer here so that I know when our time is up. Anyway, how's it going? How you guys been? Been a while. Well, it's been a while for one of these videos, anyway. As you can see, I'm dual tasking here, multitasking, and recording one video while I'm playing another. So yeah, I'm recording a Medieval Dynasty episode right now. And there's a lot of running around because I'm doing quests. There's a lot of running back and forth, so I figure I can make two videos with this. I can kind of chat with you guys for a little bit while I'm running quests. So forgive me if I have to stop every now and again and turn in a quest because, as I said, I'm making two videos right now. So, a lot of changes in old Redavion's life since the last time we spoke. And at the same time, absolutely no freaking changes at all. Because that's the life I live. I couldn't list off specific things, like big things that have changed since the last time I did one of these videos, because I didn't have enough forethought to check when my last Chit Chat video was posted, so I have no point of reference here, and I don't have the memory that I never had as a kid. So, yeah, I don't really remember a whole lot of the big shit that's happened. Just surviving day to day. Wife and kid are still working. I'm still holding down the fort here at the house. We got a tree fall over into our yard the other day. This tree's been wanting to come down since I moved here almost a decade ago. Old dead tree. I think it was an elm tree. I'm not sure. I'm not an arbor person, tree person. I don't know what the hell they're called. But yeah. This tree's been dead for a long time. It's been dropping its dead branches into my yard for years. Like, I've got a stack of branches and twigs behind my garage that has been threatening to be a fire hazard for years. But, you know, we don't have the means or the money to have it taken care of, so we just hope and pray every summer when it gets hot that hold on, okay. So, anyway, the tree, I don't know how it happened, but it's one of those trees that grew up alongside a chain link fence. And as it grew, it enveloped the fence. Like, when I saw it the first time, it was a fully grown, dead tree that had a chain link fence running through the base of it. And, I mean, it was kind of different. Like, there were two of them out there. There's still one standing, but it's not dead. Like, it's still got full green shoots and leaves every year, and, I mean, it looks healthy. And it's going to be a long time before anyone has to worry about that damn thing coming down. But the one I'm talking about was clearly dead when we got here. I mean, there was no bark on it. It didn't have leaves during the summer or ever. It was just like one of these big dead trees you'd see in like a fucking Western or a horror movie or something. And like I said, it's been shedding its body parts into my yard for so fucking long. I knew someday that tree, if we don't take it down, is it going to come down on its own? Well, I was sitting here making a video the other day with my headset on, playing this game right here, Medieval Dynasty. And ironically, I was chopping down trees in the video. So, when the tree fell, and it was kind of ironic in hindsight, is my point. I'm used to hearing thuds in the house from the cats playing or the dogs knocking shit over or you know, whatever. And normally when you hear it thud, the dogs go off the freaking chain barking. So that tells me, hey, the mailman just deposited something, or the garbage truck's outside. There's always noises going on. I mean, if for those of you who've watched any of my YouTube videos, you know there's constantly shit going on in the background. I can't edit it all out. I'm sitting in a very public area in the house, right in the middle of the damn house. I don't have my own little recording studio or anything like that. That's another freaking subject. But the point is, sitting here playing the game, chopping down trees, and all of a sudden there's this thud. And I kind of pulled my headset off of one ear to listen, because it sounded like maybe Tyler or the wife had fallen and hit the floor on the other side of the house. So I pulled my headset off my ear and listened for a second to see if I heard anyone yelling, and I didn't hear anything. And the dogs weren't barking, so I just like, okay, I'll put my headset on and commenced recording the video I was working on at the time. And so later that evening, I went to wash my dishes, and I happened to glance out my window, and the whole fucking tree is laying sprawled out, dead as a naked doornail in my yard. And I was like, oh, fuck me. I got a tiny little baby electric chainsaw, and that is a full-grown, God knows how old, and now dead elm tree laying in my fucking yard. That's gonna be a pain in my ass. And my back. So I was like, alright. I put my shoes on and went outside to look at the damage and see how bad it was gonna be. And when it fell, it dragged the chain link fence down with it. Fuck. I cannot do this work. I do not have the tools necessary for the task at hand. And even if I did have the tools, my back, the way it is, will only tolerate so much chainsawing and hauling logs and fixing fences and digging holes. And like, I'm only gonna, it's gonna take me fucking forever to get this done. So I was like, no, we're just gonna have to fucking bite the bullet on this one and pay to have somebody come extract this damn thing, because Daddy can't do that. And but the way it pulled the fence down, there's no way for my dogs to get out of the yard. It still serves as a fence. It's just really fucking ugly. Maybe I'll go out and take a picture of it and post it in the video here, if I remember. No promises. But anyway, it keeps the dogs in, so, I don't like it in the backyard because it's ugly, and if the city sees it, they're going to get pissed, and if the neighbors see it, they might get a little pissed because, half the tree was in their yard, and so now when it fell over, it dug itself up by the roots. So there's a good-sized hole in the neighbor's yard now. I mean, it's it's between what's left of the fence at their guest house, so they can't really see it, and it's not that big a hole. But technically, if my neighbors wanted to be assholes, they could raise a stink about it, and they would have a legitimate reason to do so. So, fucking all stressed out about that. We need to get that taken care of. We don't have the money. So the other day, I let it set. I try not to think about it for a couple days because I dwell on things, and if I can't do anything about it when I'm dwelling on it, it just makes me sick to my stomach. It aggravates my depression and anxiety. Hold on a second, I gotta turn in a quest here. Where the hell is he? Oh, questy dude. How do I get into your house, questy dude? Questy dude. Hello. You. Oh, shit, I gotta go get meat. Oh, I hope I can do this before you go to sleep and I have to wait till fucking morning. That would be annoying. Alright, yeah, it sits in my mind and it bothers me, and I tried to go to bed one morning and I just could not get to sleep. could not shut my mind off. I could not stop thinking about this stupid fucking tree in my backyard. Finally, with a sigh, I'm like, you know what? I gotta try. I gotta try. I can't just leave it like that. I know it's gonna hurt. I'm gonna regret it later. I know. Wow, look at that piggy run. Go, piggy. Go, piggy. Anyway. Ooh. Yeah, so I got up and I put my shoes on. Got dressed. Well, I got dressed, then I put my shoes on because that's the way you're supposed to do it. And I went outside and I oiled up the chainsaw and got everything set up. And I spent a good couple hours out there cutting. And unfortunately, my little baby electric chainsaw, which was purchased for trimming tiny little branches, it just, I didn't think it was going to be up to the task, and it wasn't. It did the best it could. We may still go out and work on it again a little bit later, but I was able to clear off some of the smaller limbs and move them away from the fence, and I cut a couple pieces up, but that poor little chainsaw was threatening to explode. I just, I'm thinking to myself as I'm doing it, the last thing I need right now is to have this chain break, spin off, and cut my fucking head off. This chainsaw was not designed for this job. I'm asking a lot of this little tool. And it's doing a good job, but let's do this in little pieces. We're still going to have somebody come out. So anyway, I had to turn in another quest. That's very distracting. Maybe, again, I should not have done it this way. But, yeah, it was just, we're still going to have somebody come out and remove the bulk of it, because even if I had a real chainsaw, I'm not comfortable the way we need to cut the stump. Probably going to have to cut it on either side of the base. And then cut the fence. And then remove it all. Like, I'm not He-Man. I can't move that shit. I don't have a truck and a winch or, whatever could potentially be used to do the job. I'm just physically not capable of it. And I do not have enough friends in the area to help me gang up on it. So money is going to have to go out. I'm just hoping if I can clean it up as much as possible, maybe they won't charge as much, and then I won't feel so bad about my inability to actually handle the situation myself, because, I tried. I did my best. So yeah, that's a thing that happened. That's a thing that's happening currently. We dealing with that stupid ass tree. What else? Having some health issues. Well, I mean, I always have health issues. My back is always hurting, or I'm always sick, or always depressed. It's just my life. I deal with it the best I can, which usually involves bitching and complaining most of the time. It's kind of what I do now. But most recently, doctor says my diabetes is at a extremely unregular, or how do you put it? Extremely uncontrolled diabetes. Anyway, diabetes really, really bad. So, hold on a second. Alright, I just wrapped up my last quest, so I can just kind of autopilot the game now. Not worry about stopping to talk to fucking people and shit. So, anyway, diabetes. Diabetes out of control. Diabetes bad. Diabetes causing my neuropathy in my feet to get much worse. Used to be, it was just numbness in my feet. Rather in my toes. It wasn't even my whole foot. It was just my toes. And then this whole COVID bullshit happened. And my doctor quit because he got tired of the shit that he was dealing with there, and he went to work somewhere else. So I got a new doctor, and I saw him once. And then my new doctor got in a car accident, and I wasn't able to see him for a couple of months. And then COVID hit, and I just didn't feel like leaving the damn house. So long story short, I went to see the doctor the other day, and it had been like a year, maybe more. So I hadn't been on any of my medication. And when you're not on your diabetic neuropathy medication, after a while, Well, you're not on any of your diabetic medication. After a while, I guess your diabetes gets to extremely unregulated diabetes. So yeah, the neuropathy in my feet now has become like severe, like constant pain. I'm reaping what I've sown scenario. So I'm dealing with that. I guess my cholesterol is kind of high, but at my age, that's to be expected. Like, no surprise there. But the thing that happened was I started experiencing weirdness. I don't know how else to explain it. Just straight up weirdness. Like, I've always had memory problems, but it got bad. Bad. Like, to the point where I'd forget something immediately. Like, just like, I'd stand up to go do something, and the moment I stood up, I forgot what I was going to get up and get. And it wasn't just happening on occasion. It was happening, like, all the damn time. I was having problems talking. Like, just the simplest of sentences would get garbled coming out of my mouth. And half the time I wouldn't realize it was happening. And, my wife and stepson looking at me like I'm a freaking lunatic. Like, what? What did you just fucking say? I tried to say it again, and I'd say it right the second time, but, I was getting these weird dizziness spells that it wasn't really dizziness. It's just like all of a sudden the world decided it wanted to move in a completely fucking different direction than I was. And I'd lose my balance and stagger around. And even when I was sitting in a chair, like, I've never staggered in a chair before. But I was doing that, and it was just fucking bizarre. So I was talking to my mom and my stepdad on the phone about my symptoms. I was describing the symptoms I was having at the time. And my stepdad, who had, just had a minor stroke not several months prior, I heard him in the background. He said, those are the same freaking symptoms that I had when I had my stroke. And I'm thinking, shit. Well, it's not the diabetes or the sleep apnea or the high blood pressure. It's a running tally bet to see what's going to take me out first. So now I'm going to add fucking stroke to the list. I have not taken care of my body. I am not in good shape. I'm not a healthy person. And at the age I'm at, I'm prime age for shit like strokes and heart attacks and all of that to, maybe start happening. But I guess it's on my bucket list. Or my bucket list. But anyway, so I was all fucking stressed out thinking, what happens if, that's gonna suck. I mean, am I gonna make YouTube videos if I had? Well, I guess that would be normal, right? Yeah, probably make it more entertaining. But anyway, I tried to keep it to myself. I didn't want to tell the stepson and the wife because that's something they need to know, but I wasn't sure. Like, I wanted to talk to the doctor and find out for sure if that's what was happening. I didn't want to tell the wife and the stepson before my doctor's appointment and stress them out unnecessarily. I mean, they were already worried about me because I guess I was staggering around, staring off into space like I was fucking stoned. That's how my wife described it. But, so yeah, I tried to keep it from them. That was dumb. Learned my mistake. We had a friend come over on her birthday. I had been out grilling for like several hours, grilling chicken and stuff out in the sun. And I had had a couple beers, so that probably contributed. And when I say a couple, I mean like I had a beer and a half. So I wasn't drunk. But anyway, the point is I came in, I served up dinner, I sat down in front of my fan to cool off for a little bit, and I started feeling that weirdness again. And I got up and I told the wife, I'm sorry, hon, but I need to go lay down for a little bit. I'm not feeling so hot. I feel bad because I know it's Angela's birthday, and I want to be out here and I want to socialize, but I can't do it right now. And they all understood. So I went out. I was in the kitchen. I made it from the front room to the kitchen, and I was on my way to the bedroom. And I stopped at the refrigerator to kind of to brace myself for a second because I had just been hit by a swoony It's what I call them. It's like when the world shifts and you're like, you got to brace yourself against something for a minute. So I was standing there bracing myself against the fridge, and Angela's son, Alex, ran up behind me and tapped me on the shoulder and turned around and ran off again. Because, you know, he was goofing off. He was having a good time. He was relaxing. He didn't do anything wrong. But I didn't realize it was him. And I turned around to see who tapped me on the shoulder, but I guess I turned too fast. And my equilibrium and my balance gave out, and the next thing I know, I'm laying on the floor staring up at the damn ceiling. And, yeah, it kind of came out of the woodwork. Like, I had to explain what was going on. And so that was a thing that happened. I went to the doctor, had a bunch of blood tests. That's when I found out about the uncontrolled diabetes and the high cholesterol and the this and the that. But the rest of my blood work was fine. And he does not seem to be concerned about stroke in the slightest. So either my doctor is a complete jackass, which is completely possible because that's how much I have faith in doctors, or B, it was not in fact a fucking stroke and I didn't describe enough symptoms for him to be concerned about it. So I'm not going to worry about it. I still have the swoonies. I'm still struggling here and there with whatever these fucking symptoms are, but he seems very concerned about the diabetes, so I'm just going to assume, just like everything else, it's diabetes. I'm trying to get that under control. He's prescribed me medication to help get it under control again. I'm probably gonna have to go back on the damn needle for the diabetes stuff that you gotta take, not like drugs. You know what I mean. So yeah, that's all a thing that's happening. So I'm working with that. I'm still struggling from my back pain and my depression issues from time to time, and my anxiety, and I need duct tape. I got to hold myself together with somehow. We're still talking about getting moved home, but our tentative date has gone through the floor. We no longer have a date. We have a generalized period of time in which we would love to be moved home. But we've learned from our mistake. We're not actually setting anything in stone yet. We're doing the best we can, but, you know, ain't happened yet. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. You know, God's will be done and all that. I am going home this July to visit with my family. So I'm looking forward to that. My folks are getting up there in age, and I full well recognize, I don't want to think about it, but I full well recognize that my time with them is limited. And whether I go before they do, or they go before I do, living on the other side of the country from your family, and only being able to see them a couple weeks a year at most, you become acutely aware of how important your family is to you. And, you know, one of the main reasons I want to get moved home is so that my wife and my stepson get the chance to know their family, because they don't have a lot of family up here. They don't have any family up here, actually. So, yeah, my time's limited. So I'm looking forward to getting home and spending some time with them. My stepdad. Trying to plan things to do with you when you get up here, you know, I want to go do this, I want to go do that, and it's like, you don't have to entertain me, Dad. Like, I just want to spend time with you guys and catch up, and, oh, crap. Alright, this is where my Chit Chat video gets real. Don't see me, don't see me, you don't see me, you didn't see me. Sorry, Mom. I hope you're not watching this. I didn't have a choice. I didn't have a choice. The wolves in this game will kill me. Make sure there isn't another one of them bastards around here somewhere. Oh. Yep, right up there. I don't think he's going to be a problem, though. Don't look, Mom! Don't look! Alright, you can look now. Sorry, I had to do that. I would never do that in real life. You know that. Never hurt my puppies like that. I would just, in real life, I would have just walked the other way. But in this game, I need to feed. I got how many people? I have 17 other people depending on me for food and firewood and everything else. So that is the only reason I did that. But anyway, I told my dad, you don't gotta worry about entertaining me. That is not why I'm here. I just want to spend some time with you guys. I haven't seen you all year. And sometimes when I go up there, I haven't seen them in, a couple of years. So just getting some time with my family, and that's important to me. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm not looking forward to the several-hour flight home. I don't mind flying. It does not bother me in the least. I do not like wearing my mask. I have breathing problems. I have a deviated septum and extremely narrow breathing passages in my nose. I have sleep apnea, which I guess really doesn't affect me a whole lot during the day. But basically, I do not like feeling like I'm suffocating. I don't handle hot humidity well when it's hot out. I don't like things covering my face. I've had mild panic attacks from having to wear that fucking mask for too long. So having to wear that mask in the airports, there's going to be like 5, anywhere, I don't know how long the flight's going to be and how long my layovers are, but if it's anything like it has been in the past, it could be anywhere from 5 to 8 hours of straight fucking mask wearing. And, oh, the last time I did it was not fun. Not fun at all. And, that was last year. So, I kinda know what I'm having to look forward to now, and it's causing me anxiety just thinking about it. I'm willing to do it for the folks. I'm coming up. I don't care. I am so hell-bent on going up that I'm getting my COVID shots. Whee! Anyway, yeah, I know that sounds bad, but I don't trust shots. I don't trust vaccinations. I mean, if they've been around a while, like the cold vaccines and shit, I'll take them. Sure, they've been proven. They've been perfected. They've been around long enough that I can be like, yeah, I know what to expect from this thing. I know that it works. I'll go get it done. But the COVID thing, like, for the long time, they were like, hey, we don't have a vaccine. We don't have anything to give to people. People are panicking. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, hey, we have a vaccine. Yeah, I realize they've been working on it for a while. Maybe it's just my my inner conspiracy theorist. But I don't trust it. It just seems awful suspicious that they are pressing so hard to get as many people to take this vaccine as possible. And, like, I'm not going to get into my beliefs on that shit. Like, that's not what this video's for. But I've not taken it. I've hesitated. I want to make sure people aren't going to turn into zombies and start running around eating people before I commit to that. Because let's face it, I'd make a shitty zombie. I mean, I wouldn't have to worry about my pain anymore, I guess, or my social anxiety, but I've got no teeth. What kind of zombie am I going to be with no fucking teeth? Like, if anything, people would enjoy hanging out with me. That was a kinky joke, by the way. So, yeah, I've hesitated. But my folks have gone on, and they've gotten it, because they're not elderly by any means, though my stepdad would argue. But they're getting up there. They're in that range where COVID's dangerous to them. And that's been riding on my conscience. You know, I haven't taken these vaccines. And if I go up, and God forbid I get something, even if it's not COVID, even if it's just like the common cold or something, and I give it to them, and something bad happens, I don't know if I could recover from that emotionally, the guilt. So, my parents are worth turning into a zombie for. So I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna get my COVID shot probably next week. Get my first one. I'm gonna try to get it. I gotta get it done now because I guess there's a wait period between the first shot and the second. And I want it done before I go up. That way, if somehow, because I guess the shot, by what I understand, the shot, all the shot does is if you get COVID, uh, it helps minimize the symptoms. It does not keep you from getting COVID. It does not keep you from transmitting COVID. At least that was my understanding. I talked to my doctor about it, and he said that there are actually some cases with some studies that indicate that it does actually help prevent the transmission of COVID. That's what made up my mind. Okay, I didn't see the point in taking the damn thing if it wasn't going to keep me from giving COVID to my folks. But if he says that there are some studies that suggest it does prevent transmission, that right there was enough. Like I said, parents are worth becoming a zombie for. So I was like, all right, fine. I'll go get these damn COVID shots. I mean, it really doesn't matter that much to me one way or the other. But like I said, this way, if I do get something in the airport or on the plane, and somehow I give it to them, I can have the... I tried. I did the best I could. It's not gonna make a lot of difference. Because I'll still feel bad that I got them sick. But, if I'm going to worry about getting other people sick in this day and age, I'd have a damn good reason. I never leave the house, but that would give me a damn good reason not to leave the house, I guess. I've been a never leave the house person long before COVID. So now that everyone else is never leave the house, I'm going to have to step up my game and, never leave the bedroom or something. I don't know. I'm like everyone else now. I'm normal. This is normal now. I'm not special anymore. But, so yeah. I'm gonna go get the damn COVID shot. Shots. So that's on the agenda. I am... from a YouTube perspective, I've been doing a lot of YouTube videos, specifically on this game, because I'm addicted to this game. I love this game. This is an amazing game. If you haven't played it, check it out. Especially if you're into survival games. This is a survival game, but it's also like a town building, person management. It's got all kinds of stuff. It's got crafting. It's got, it's a good game. I really love this game. So I've been recording a lot of this game for YouTube. But, I'm going to be releasing, and I'm going to be working on, I don't know if I'm actually going to succeed at it or not. But, I'm working on a really major project for YouTube. Biggest thing I have done in my quote-unquote YouTube career. And it's going to take up a lot of my time. It's going to take a lot of work and a lot of effort. But I have decided I'm going to do it. And I don't want to give any spoilers, because I haven't actually started working on it yet. But in the near future, the next few months, expect a review of the project. I will be putting up a short video to explain to you what my project is and give you the details on it. I actually recorded the intro for it today while playing this game. And it was a little awkward because I was doing two videos at once. I was recording a video for this game and trying to, because I was traveling around doing a lot of quests, so I was trying to use the travel time as, like I'm doing right now. I was trying to give them my message about the project while playing the game. In between, these are parts that I'm not going to be using in the Medieval Dynasty series. This right here, nobody wants to watch me chop and haul wood all day. But this was a prime time for me. I was like, okay, well, I can do a chit chat video, just kind of chat with people. So that's what I'm doing. I completely fucking forgot what the whole point of all of that was. Oh yeah, I'm working on a project. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. My brain just does not brain anymore. I used to joke around and say it was brain worms, but I think it's well beyond that now. For those of you that have not watched past Chit Chat videos, I'm not sure actually if I made a Chit Chat video since it happened, so I may not have mentioned it to you guys. But just in case I have, I'll keep it brief. A year or so ago, was washing dishes and I had a fly into my eye, and I reached up to kind of brush it away, and I accidentally I rubbed it, and it went back behind my eyeball. I know, right? Ugh. Well, that's kind of the response I had at that point. So I tried everything I could think of to get it out from behind my eye, and it was behind my eye. Like, it was not coming back out. It wasn't a huge, like, full-sized house fly, but it was like a super big, like, fruit fly. And so I did some research online about, how do I get this fucking thing out of my eye? And I started seeing horror stories about these people who had flies behind their eyes lay eggs. And the maggots, hold on, this is going to get really gross, so if you guys don't want to hear, you might want to fast forward real quick, just a minute or two. For those of you that remain, stories of flies laying maggots behind their eyes and eating the tissue. And I was like, oh my god. That's beyond fucking horrifying. So anyway, anytime I would have one of my forgetful moments, I would joke that I had brainworms. So that's where that came from. But I really did fucking forget this time. Like, this isn't a bit. Like, I forgot the tangents I take, man. When I talk, I don't just make a statement. I'll start a sentence, and then halfway through the sentence, I will start another fucking sentence that's related to the first sentence, and by the time I'm done, and I'm ready to come full circle, I forgot what the fucking, what the hell I was talking about. Like, I've realized that's what I've done for most of my life, but having this short-term memory issue where, well, the any time of the day memory issue, where I forget more things than I used to, it's not helping. So, forgive me if I kind of spaced off. I really probably should bring this all to a close. We've been chatting for a while now. I don't want to bore you guys to sleep, and I know some of you specifically watch these videos so that you can get to sleep. I know at least one of you listens to these videos for background noise while they're doing other things. So this video should be of sufficient quality for at least those uses. But for the rest of you, thanks for hanging out, I guess. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up for now. I'll try to get more chit chat videos out more frequently. I'm not gonna make any promises, but I'll try to keep it in mind. So for now, though, as always, I have been your host, TM Renevion, saying stay safe, have fun. I'm out.